How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another banger of a video from Sekiolite here today. Today we're going to be showing you how to make airplanes in Kerbal Space Program. This quick tutorial should show you how to properly make an airplane that doesn't spontaneously combust or fly up in the air like a weird-ass pancake. But so these are the technologies you're going to need. You're going to need first two tiers, aviation. You don't need landing, but I definitely recommend it because the small landing gear is much more useful than the little fixed landing gear because you can actually retract it. Alright, now we're going to go into the spaceplane hangar, and I'm going to show you how the mechanics of airplanes work. So firstly, you're going to want to get your cockpit here. Alright, with your cockpit, you're going to want to make a nice little fuselage or structural liquid. You want to use the liquid fuselages because you don't need oxidizer, as you won't be going into space. So you'll have plenty of oxygen. Just put you can put 3 here. That might be good. And now you're gonna want to see these 3 little buttons down here. Click all 3 of them. They'll show you some handy little things. This is your center of mass. This yellow and black thing. Down there is your center, your aerodynamic center, and your thrust center. And now you want to do some wing connectors. B are kind of big, so we'll go with E. Make sure you are on symmetry mode and double that up. You can make sure to switch it to snap mode with the rectangular, so otherwise your plane wings will be out of order. Now you want to put this on your center of mass there. Now you can see our aerodynamic center is put in our center of mass. If it is in front or behind, you can get some stuff like this happening. So you're going to want to put it in the center here and make sure the wings are in the center of the mass there. Very nice. And we'll put some little more wings here. And then not a swept wing, a structural wing type C. And now make sure to add avions here. These give you controlled space on your plane. Basically, when you want to pull up, they'll push down to pull your plane up. And they'll pull up, and they'll go up to put your plane down, basically directing the air of your airplane down. You'll want to get 2 of these to get the maximum control. You can put more, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, at least you don't need it. Now, oh yeah, make sure to put your tail fin on. Turn off symmetry mode for this. Make sure that thing's centered, nice and centered, and you'll notice your little center of mass has gone away different. So recenter that. There you go, nice. It doesn't have to be exactly center, just enough. If it's not exactly center, you might have some issues with it pulling up or down more than it needs to. And now you'll need thrust. Yeah, you'll need thrust on your rocket. So what you want to do is go into yeah, you'll need these Mark 0 liquid fuselages. Make sure your symmetry's mode on. And just pop these little guys right in between the wing here. Very nice. And now you'll want a small circular intake to get an air for your little jet engines. And since we have our junior, that's the only type, you'll unlock some more later. Our little center of thrust. You want to make sure the center of thrust here is in the center as well. Otherwise, if it's imbalanced, if it's going one way or the other, you'll encounter some issues where it'll be thrusting one way and pull the plane that way. Yeah. Now you'll want I'll go with the smallest landing gear, but you can go for the steerable ones for the wings here. You might encounter some more issues though. Just put them down here. Make sure they're not crooked like I just did there. Very nice. And then you'll want one on the back here, and one on the front. Like that. Make sure your center mass is still good. Very nice. And you have a functional jet. You can do some other things. You can make it bigger and smaller. Just make sure you follow those basic rules of having your center of mass in with your aerodynamic center. Your thrust stays in the middle. You can't add any boosters to the end here unless you replace the liquid fuel sludge with a actual fuel tank, because you'll have no oxidizer for those engines. You can put a little cap here. You'll want to rotate that. Put a little cap, and I'll show you how it flies. Now to the key to the airplane, make sure you turn on your RCS and your SOS. This allows your plane to be stable, and also for you to maneuver your plane better. Now you'll see you have a lot of delta V, the little number down here. That's how much acceleration you have. You can see our thrust. You don't really need to worry about that. But the burn, that's how long your ship can go, or your plane can go. And now you'll just want to press Z to maximize your throttle. Press space to start your jet engines. And now let your plane accelerate. If it starts going to the left or right or something, just make sure to adjust it. You don't want to fall off the runway. And make sure to avoid the little lights at the runway as well. Otherwise, you'll crash into them, and it won't be a good time. Now your plane will accelerate here. The faster you go, the more lift you'll have. So if you're piloting a plane, if you go too slow, you'll start losing lift and you'll stall out. Basic aerodynamics. The plane puts air underneath it, generating pressure above, which pulls it above, and we'll just accelerate here. I like to get it to 100 meters per second, and then press S to go up, and W to go down, and then you can press G to pull in your little landing gears, and you got your plane. Now you can use Q to turn your wings, and Q and E, S and D to rotate. Yeah, it's going pretty good though. Alright, now for propellers. You'll want to research the aerodynamics technology, which is right after the aviation. Make sure you have all these researched. You can get additional ones that might allow you to have a bit more control, but they're not needed. Now we'll move into the spaceplane hangar. Right now onto creating your actual fighter. So you want to get a Mark 1 inline cockpit right here. And then you'll get your R121 turboshaft engine, which is in your robotics tab. Slap that on. And now you'll see that you have this little thing, attach nodes. So how many, depending on how many propellers you want to put on, you can do double, triple, quadruple, hextuple, and octuple, which is basically 8 at the end there. We'll go with triple here. So you want to turn off symmetry mode, and pop in that, and you create your propeller up here in the aerodynamics tab. Get helicopter blade and propeller blade, and then R12 deducted fan blade. And just get this connected on. Very nice. Now you have your plane here, and now you'll want to change your deploy angle to be around -70, and deploy extended right here. And now your propeller should work. No, that won't work just starting out, so you have to do something real quick. I'm going to show you how to make it a custom action group. So you go up to actions here, top left, click on that. Now you want to click on your little thing here, your turboshaft engine, click on that, and you want to put that on your custom one action. Oh, right there. And custom one, each one of these corresponds to what your number keys. So 1 is 1, so forth. I think 10 is 0. And so now once you power on your plane, this will toggle your power. And then for custom 3, we'll do engage motor drive, and then disengage motor drive for number 3. So for 1, you toggle the power. 2, you can engage the motor drive, and then 3, you disengage it. And you can also control your other action groups like that. You can look up the corresponding keys for the rest of these if you want to change those. Gear is G, stage is H. I forget the rest. I think RCS is R, and SCS, I forget. Yeah. Now you'll just want to build the rest of your plane here using your Mark 1 fuel cylinders. Like that. Oh yeah, don't forget to put a little a very small nose cone on the front here, just to be a little more aerodynamic. Make sure to switch back to symmetry mode for your wings. Go for the let's see. I think we'll go for the Type E. And oh yeah, make sure to toggle your snap mode to the hexagon one. Just do some nice little wings here, like that. No, those are too big. And then you'll get your E-vans right here to control your plane, like that. Now you want to get your small landing gears. May have a little trouble with this bottom part here. There we go, I got it. And then landing gear in the front. And one in the back. Like that. You may want to adjust either the ones here or the ones here using the little move tool right up in the top left. And you can just sort of move them down like that. But you know, you might want some more realism. So you can move these individually up to help better control, like that. There you go. Very nice. Don't forget your tail fin. Where's that at? Right there. Very nice. Make sure it's at the top. Then turn on your center mass and your center of aerodynamics. Thrust is fine, because that won't matter here. Just make sure that's centered, like I said before, like that. Very nice. And now let's test it out. Now with Action Group 2, you should toggle the power on the plane. Yeah, there you go. Press 1 to start it. Press 1 should turn it off again, like that. 2 and 3 shouldn't matter too much. Just press 1, press 2, or wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. And then you press 1. Uh-oh, got a little spoon there. Oh, our propeller broke. Here, let's redo that real quick. I messed it up a little bit. Now you see I did a little bit of an issue here. We'll want to put our little wheels down more so our propeller doesn't hit the ground. So we'll just navigate to our handy dandy little move tool. Push those down a bit, like that. Very nice. Alright, I'll test it out one more time. We might have a little airplane going back and forth since the wings aren't level with the bottom, or the body's little things. It should be fine. Press 1, gauge your engine, turn on SCS, RCS. Now we're getting a little movement. Very nice. Now, depending on your plane, you might want to have some more engines. This might be a little too small, we'll see. Or, I mean, too heavy to take off, but it looks like we're going good so far. Propellers clearly aren't really at the same level as jet engines, but you know, they're pretty nice. You can see here we're getting some nice speed. Yeah, and all you really need to press is 1. Press 1 to start, and then press 1 to turn off. The 2 and 3 can be used for other things, I guess. And I think we're reaching our top speed here. And there we go. We've achieved flight. Look at that. Now we got a nice little fighter plane going. Now I'm controlling this with one hand, so you'll probably have a better time than I, because I'm holding my microphone in the other. But look at that. Jebediah is getting a nice little jet fighter. Yeah. We'll have to jump off. There we go. Oh, well, he's dead. Anyway, that's how you make a jet, or how to make a plane, and then how to make proper propellers. You can see a little guy down there. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more content, leave a comment for anything that you want to see in the future, and have a nice day.